Ladies and gentlemen, it all begins with why. You see, the journey to success isn't just about chasing after goals, it's about understanding the reason behind them. Why do you want to change? Why do you want success? Why does this matter to you? If you don't have a clear, compelling answer to these questions, success will feel distant, abstract, and even out of reach. But when you find your why, everything changes. Your drive shifts from a vague wish to a powerful, unshakable purpose. Think about this. We all face difficult times in life. Challenges come when we least expect them, when the road gets tough, when setbacks come, and when things don't seem to be working out. It's easy in those moments to question whether it's worth it. That's why having a strong why is so important. It's your anchor in the storm. It's what keeps you going when every part of you wants to quit. Without a deep, personal reason for what you're doing, it's easy to give up at the first sign of struggle. You can look at people like Elon Musk for inspiration. When Musk founded Tesla and SpaceX, it wasn't just about making money. Sure, wealth followed, but the driving force behind his work was far bigger than financial success. His mission was about advancing humanity, about making life multiplanetary. He faced obstacles that would have stopped most people in their tracks. He was ridiculed, rejected, and had his ideas dismissed. Yet his vision for a better future pushed him forward. He didn't just see failure as failure. He saw it as a stepping stone. Each time he fell, he learned and kept moving. That's the power of a clear, unshakable why. Now I want you to think about your own why. What's driving you? Is it for your family? The dream of providing a better life for the ones you love? Is it for freedom to do what you want, when you want? Is it for personal growth, the desire to become the best version of yourself? Or maybe, like so many others, it's simply the feeling that you're capable of more, that there's untapped potential inside you waiting to be unlocked. Whatever it is, make it clear, make it personal, and make it strong. Your why needs to be something that resonates deep in your heart. It has to be something that makes you feel alive, something that gets you out of bed every morning with excitement and determination. If you don't have this why, you'll struggle when things get tough. And they will get tough. But with a strong why, you have something to fall back on when motivation fades. The why will reignite your passion and keep you focused on the bigger picture. It becomes the fuel that powers you through adversity. Write it down. Don't just think about it, write it. Make your why as clear and specific as possible. Then, read it every day. Remind yourself of what you're working toward and why it's worth it. Let it guide your decisions, shape your actions, and fuel your determination. Every single day, let the why be the reason you keep pushing forward. It's been said that people don't rise to the level of their goals, they fall to the level of their systems. But those systems are powered by your purpose. When you understand your why, your systems, the habits you build, the discipline you develop, and the actions you take will become more than just steps toward a goal. They will become steps toward a vision that lights up your path and gives you direction in the darkest of times. So I challenge you right now, find your why. Make it personal, make it powerful, and let it be the force that drives you. Because when you know why you're doing something, absolutely nothing can stop you from it. In the second month, we're going to focus on one of the most powerful shifts you can make in your life, adopting a growth mindset. Let me ask you this, how do you see your abilities? Do you believe that what you're born with is all you've got? Do you feel like some people are just destined for greatness while others are stuck with what they have? If you think this way, you're living with a fixed mindset where your abilities, intelligence, and potential are seen as limited, predetermined, and unchangeable. But here's the truth. If you want to transform your life, you need to shift from that mindset to a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that you can always learn, improve, and grow. It's the understanding that your abilities are not set in stone, that they can be developed over time through effort, practice, and perseverance. And let me tell you, this change in thinking has the power to change everything. When you adopt a growth mindset, You stop seeing failure as something to fear and start seeing it as a necessary stepping stone toward success. Most people avoid challenges because they're afraid of failure. They think that failure is a reflection of their worth, that it means they're not good enough, not capable enough. But what if failure isn't the enemy? What if failure is exactly what you need to grow? You see, failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Every successful person has faced setbacks, encountered difficulties, and experienced failure. But the difference between those who succeed and those who give up is how they respond to failure. Take Michael Jordan, for example. Here's a man who is often regarded as one of the greatest basketball players to ever live. But did you know he was cut from his high school basketball team? Imagine that Michael Jordan, a young man with a dream of playing in the NBA, rejected from the very team he wanted to be part of. What did he do? Did he give up? No. He didn't let that setback define him. Instead, he doubled down. He practiced harder. He worked longer. He refused to accept the idea that his failure was permanent. And as we know, that commitment paid off. Michael Jordan became a legend, and his story is a testament to the power of a growth mindset. So let's be clear here. Challenges are not obstacles. They are opportunities. Each time you face a difficulty, you have the chance to grow, to learn, and to become better. The person who embraces challenges sees them as chances to stretch their abilities, to test their limits, and to evolve into someone stronger. The person who runs from challenges stays stagnant, always stuck in the same place. You will encounter setbacks. That's a guarantee. Life is full of them. But the key is not to let them stop you. Remember that challenges are not there to defeat you, they are there to make you better. Every difficult situation you face is an opportunity to learn something new, to strengthen your resilience, and to push yourself further than you thought possible. So instead of avoiding challenges, embrace them. Think about this for a moment. What would your life look like if you took on each challenge with excitement instead of fear? What if instead of shrinking back when something feels difficult, you leaned into it? What if instead of waiting for things to be easy, you made the decision to grow every single day? This is your opportunity. This is the moment for you to stop hiding from fear and start confronting it head on. Every day I challenge you to step out of your comfort zone. Find something that scares you, whether it's public speaking, tackling a difficult task at work, or starting a project that feels too big to handle. Embrace it. Face it with the belief that you can grow, that you can evolve, that this challenge will make you better. Remember, the most successful people didn't get where they are by avoiding challenges. They got there by seeing challenges as opportunities to push beyond their limits, to develop new skills, and to expand their potential. You have that same capacity for growth within you. You just have to choose it. So today, right now, make a decision. No more running from difficulties. No more letting fear hold you back. Step into your greatness, knowing that every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. You're capable of more than you know. And when you embrace that, the sky is the limit. Achieving it. By this point, you've laid the foundation for success and shifted your mindset to one of growth. You've embraced challenges and learned to see them as opportunities. Now it's time to focus on something that will truly make a difference in your life: daily habits. Success doesn't come from making one big, bold move. It doesn't come from a single grand gesture. Success is built on small, consistent actions taken every single day. It's about showing up day after day and making progress even when it feels like nothing is changing. Think about it. If you want to get in shape, you don't achieve your goal by working out for hours once a week. No, you get in shape by showing up every day and giving it your best effort. It's not about doing everything all at once. It's about making a commitment to yourself to take action day after day. And that's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Those who succeed show up consistently, even when the results aren't immediate, even when they can't see the fruits of their labor right away. This principle applies to every area of your life. Whether it's your career, Your personal growth, your relationships, or your financial goals, it's the small daily actions that add up over time. You see, people often get discouraged because they want immediate results. They want to see drastic change in a short amount of time. But real, lasting success takes time. It's about making the right choices each day, knowing that each small step brings you closer to where you want to be. Consider this. In 2012, a study published by the European Journal of Social Psychology revealed that, on average, it takes 66 days for a new habit to become automatic. That means when you commit to making a positive change in your life, it's going to take some time before it becomes second nature. But don't let that discourage you. Understand that the work you're doing today, those small, seemingly insignificant actions, are building momentum for something much bigger down the road. The key is to stay consistent. It's easy to start something, but it's much harder to keep going, especially when the results don't show up immediately. This is where most people fall short. They want quick success, they want to see change right away, but the real magic happens when you stay committed, even when the results aren't visible yet. Let's break it down. If your goal is to get in better shape, maybe you start by committing to 30 minutes of exercise every day. The first few days may feel tough. You may not see immediate changes in your body, but if you stick with it, if you keep showing up every day, you will begin to see results. And the more consistent you are, the easier it gets. Those 30 minutes become a habit. And before you know it, you're not just working out, you're living a healthier lifestyle. It's the same with anything else. Want to build your business? Commit to spending time each day working on it. Want to improve your knowledge? Dedicate 30 minutes a day to reading. It's the small actions you take day after day that will compound into huge results over time. The power of consistency cannot be overstated. It's not about taking giant leaps, it's about taking one small step at a time. And the best part, these habits build on themselves. Each small win fuels the next one. Each day you show up and take action, you're reinforcing your commitment to your goals and to yourself. That's where the real transformation happens. So for the next 30 days, I want you to identify 3 habits that will move you closer to your goal. It could be reading for 30 minutes each day, committing to exercise for 20 minutes, or setting aside time to connect with new people in your network. Whatever it is, commit to doing these habits every day, no exceptions. Understand that the results may not show up immediately, but trust that the work you're putting in today is building the foundation for your future success. It's easy to be discouraged when we don't see immediate results, but remember, success is a marathon, not a sprint. And just like running a marathon, the key is to keep going step by step, day by day. Those small actions will lead to big results. And before you know it, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. By the 4th month, you've already set the foundation with your why, adopted a growth mindset, and focused on daily habits. Now comes the time to build the muscle of discipline. It's one thing to start strong, but to truly achieve your goals, you need discipline. Discipline is what bridges the gap between your goals and their accomplishment. It's the force that keeps you moving forward when the excitement starts to fade and the obstacles begin to feel overwhelming. Let's be real for a moment. It's easy to stay motivated when everything is going well. When the sun is shining and things are moving in the right direction, staying motivated feels natural. But here's the catch. Motivation doesn't last. It's a fleeting emotion. Motivation comes and goes in waves. Some days you'll feel unstoppable, and other days you won't even feel like getting out of bed. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline doesn't depend on how you feel. It's the ability to push forward even when the thrill has worn off, when you're exhausted, when the newness of your goal fades, or when life throws challenges your way. Think about someone like Warren Buffett. Here's a man who has built his fortune not on impulsive decisions or overnight success, but on years and decades of sticking to his principles. He has a relentless discipline in how he manages his investments. He doesn't let fleeting emotions or external pressures sway him. He keeps his focus on long-term growth and success. And that's why he is one of the wealthiest and most successful investors in the world today. Warren Buffett's discipline didn't happen overnight. It's been built over a lifetime of making the right choices consistently. It's this kind of consistency that leads to long-term success. So what does that mean for you? It means that you need to take a hard look at where you struggle with discipline in your life. Think about it for a moment. Is it time management? Do you find yourself wasting hours in the day when you should be working toward your goals? Maybe it's your finances. Do you struggle to save money or make responsible financial decisions? Or perhaps it's your health. Are you consistent with your exercise routine or your eating habits? Whatever area of your life where you feel like discipline is lacking, that's where you need to focus your energy. Building discipline isn't easy. It's not glamorous. And it doesn't give you that instant gratification we all crave. But that's the beauty of discipline. It's not about the quick wins. It's about consistency. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what helps you stay on track when life gets busy, when distractions come knocking, and when temptation to quit feels stronger than your desire to succeed. I want you to think about one area in your life where you've struggled to maintain discipline. It could be as simple as procrastinating or as complex as breaking bad habits. Identify that one area and commit to building consistency this month. Start by setting small, achievable goals. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Start with something manageable, something you know you can do consistently, even when you don't feel like it. Maybe it's committing to work for 30 minutes without checking your phone, or sticking to a weekly budget, or cooking healthy meals every day. Whatever it is, make it your focus. Here's the key: push through the discomfort. Don't let distractions or the desire to take shortcuts get in your way. Every time you follow through on your commitment, you're strengthening your discipline muscle. And remember, discipline is like a muscle. It gets stronger with use. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes to stay consistent, even in the face of obstacles. The power of discipline is not in perfection, but in persistence. It's in doing what you said you would do, even when it's tough. So take this month to really focus on building that discipline. Show up for yourself, even when it's hard. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the motivation to strike. Instead, build a habit of doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. You may not see results immediately, but over time, the compound effect of consistent discipline will pay off in ways you can't yet imagine. By the 5th month, you've laid a solid foundation, adopted a growth mindset, built consistent habits, and honed your discipline. Now I want to talk about a critical piece of the puzzle that many people overlook: the power of relationships. Success is never a solo journey. It's not about you against the world. The truth is, who you surround yourself with will play a pivotal role in whether you reach your goals or fall short. The right people in your life will push you to grow, challenge you to be better, and hold you accountable when you might be tempted to take shortcuts. The wrong people, on the other hand, will drain your energy, limit your potential, and leave you stuck in place. Think about the people who inspire you, the ones who've achieved greatness in their field. Whether it's an athlete, a business leader, an artist, or anyone who's reached the heights of success, I can promise you this: they didn't get there alone. Behind every successful individual is a network of people who've supported them, mentored them, and helped them navigate the challenges they faced. Success doesn't happen in isolation. It's the relationships you build, the people you trust, and the guidance you receive that will propel you forward. Take a moment and think about the people in your own life. Who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Are they pushing you forward? Are they inspiring you to be better? Or are they holding you back, feeding you negativity, or making you doubt yourself? The people you surround yourself with have an immense impact on how far you can go. It's like a ship. If you're sailing with a crew that believes in the same mission, who are working in harmony to reach a common goal, the journey becomes much smoother. But if your crew is lost, unmotivated, or going in a different direction, you'll find yourself off course, struggling to move forward. You need to ask yourself, are the people in my life helping me grow? Are they challenging me to become better? Or am I simply surrounded by people who are comfortable staying where they are, never questioning the status quo? The right people will elevate you. They'll push you to dream bigger, work harder, and never settle for mediocrity. The wrong people will let you coast, hold you back, and make excuses for why things aren't working. It's important to recognize this dynamic because your future depends on the quality of your relationships. The research supports this. A study conducted by Harvard Medical School found that people who maintain close, positive relationships tend to live longer and have better overall health. They're more resilient, happier, and more fulfilled. Relationships are not just about business or achievement, they nourish you in every way possible. The right relationships can provide emotional support, offer wise advice, and give you the strength to face difficult times. They can also be a source of joy, laughter, and peace in your life. These connections will help you grow and ultimately thrive in ways you can't achieve on your own. That's why this month, I want you to take a long, hard look at the people you're spending your time with. I'll look at the 5 people you interact with the most. Do they inspire you? Do they challenge you to be better? Do they share your vision and support your dreams? If the answer is no, then it's time to make some changes. It's time to find mentors, partners, and friends who will elevate your journey. Seek out those who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Look for those who will push you to think bigger, dream bolder, and take more meaningful action. I know it can be tough. Sometimes it feels like the people around you are the only ones you can rely on. But remember, your future is too important to be dictated by the wrong influences. You need to be willing to invest in relationships that are going to propel you forward, not ones that are going to hold you back. You have the power to choose who you spend your time with. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, challenge you, and are committed to their own growth. This is the time to find those individuals who can help you unlock the next level of your success. Whether it's a mentor, a business partner, or a friend who pushes you out of your comfort zone, these relationships are essential. Don't wait. Go out and find the people who will elevate your journey and guide you toward your highest potential. The right people can make all the difference in the world. Choose them carefully, and your life will never be the same. As we step into the 6th month, we find ourselves at a critical juncture. This is the month of reflection, an essential part of any successful journey. This is the time to look back at the path you've traveled and evaluate how far you've come. We often get so caught up in the hustle, the action, and the pursuit of our goals that we forget to stop and reflect. But reflection is not just important, it's vital to your growth. It's in these moments of pause that you gain the clarity to keep moving forward, to refine your approach, and to sharpen your focus for the next chapter of your journey. You need to ask yourself what worked, what didn't, where did you succeed, and where did you fall short? These aren't questions to make you feel bad about your mistakes. They're questions to help you learn and grow. The truth is, no one who has achieved great success has done so without facing obstacles, setbacks, and even failures along the way. The key is not to avoid failure, but to learn from it, adapt, and improve. Think about Thomas Edison. The man who gave us the light bulb didn't achieve success by avoiding failure, he embraced it. In fact, after thousands of attempts to create the light bulb, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This is the mindset that will carry you forward. Every mistake, every challenge is simply another lesson. It's another step toward the breakthrough you've been working for. Edison didn't quit, and neither should you. Every time you fall, get up and refine your approach. Every mistake is an opportunity to get closer to your ultimate goal. This month, you're going to review the last 5 months. You're going to assess what has worked and what hasn't. Look at the habits you've built. Have they become ingrained in your routine? Are they taking you closer to your vision, or do you need to adjust them? Maybe you've developed a mindset that allows you to push through challenges, but perhaps there are areas where you're still hesitant or unsure. That's okay. This is the month to acknowledge where you're thriving and where you need to keep refining your approach. I want you to take a moment and reflect on your progress. Think about how far you've come, not just in terms of goals achieved, but in terms of personal growth. Have you become more disciplined? Are you making better choices each day? Are you surrounding yourself with people who elevate you? These are the real victories that will set the stage for future success. It's not always about the big wins. Sometimes it's the smaller, incremental improvements that lead to the most profound change. But just as important as acknowledging your progress is recognizing where you've fallen short. No one gets everything right. And that's the beauty of this journey. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be willing to learn, adjust, and continue. Maybe there's an area where you haven't been as consistent as you'd like. Maybe you've let distractions take over at times. Perhaps you're still struggling with discipline or self-doubt. Whatever it is, don't shy away from it. Own it. This is the moment where you can course correct and get back on track. Now, don't forget to celebrate your wins, no matter how small they may seem. This is an important part of the process, recognizing the progress you've made and appreciating the hard work you've put in. These small victories are the building blocks of larger success. So take the time to acknowledge them. Whether it's sticking to a new habit, overcoming a fear, or simply staying committed to your vision, celebrate what you've achieved. At the end of this month, you should have a clear picture of where you stand. You will have identified the areas where you've excelled and where you need to improve. This is your opportunity to refine your approach and make the necessary adjustments to stay on course. Success isn't about following a rigid, unchanging plan. It's about flexibility. It's about learning to adapt and tweak your strategy as you move forward. Every successful person has learned to refine their approach along the way. Now it's time for you to do the same. Use this month to refine your plan, sharpen your focus, and set yourself up for continued success. The journey is far from over, and your progress is just beginning. 6 months from now, you could be standing in a completely different place. You could look back and barely recognize the person you are today. But here's the secret. It all starts with one decision. One choice to begin. One commitment to change. And most importantly, one relentless pursuit of your goals. The path ahead is not always going to be smooth. There will be times when you'll feel uncertain, times when you'll question whether it's all worth it, and times when you'll want to quit. But I promise you, if you stay focused, if you commit to the process, and if you take consistent action, this journey will transform you in ways you can't even imagine right now. These next 6 months can be a turning point in your life, a season of growth, change, and progress. But only if you embrace it with everything you've got. Just imagine what your life will look like 6 months from today if you start right now. The mindset you're cultivating today, the habits you're building, the discipline you're strengthening, and the relationships you're nurturing, they'll all come together to shape a new version of you. A version of you that is more confident, more focused, and more capable of achieving the things you've always dreamed of. The key is to stay the course, even when the excitement starts to wear off. Success doesn't happen overnight. It happens one step at a time, one day at a time. And while the journey might feel long, the rewards are immeasurable. You'll look back and wonder how you ever lived without the discipline, the mindset, and the habits that you will develop during these 6 months. You see, most people wait for the perfect moment to start. They wait for everything to align, for the stars to be in perfect formation. But I'm here to tell you the perfect moment is now. If you wait for the perfect time, you'll be waiting forever. There will always be something in your way, some obstacle, some challenge, or some reason why now isn't the right time. But let me tell you, there is no better time than now. Right now. This is the moment when you have the power to change your life, to take control of your future, and to set yourself on a path to success. Don't wait for the perfect moment because it doesn't exist. So I want you to ask yourself, are you ready? Are you truly ready to transform your life in the next 6 months? Are you willing to commit to take action and to persist even when things get tough? The power to change is in your hands. It always has been. The question is, will you take that power and use it to shape your future, to unlock your potential, and to create the life you've always wanted? This is your opportunity. This is your moment. Don't let it slip away. Commit to yourself and your dreams, and take consistent action every day. You have everything you need to succeed if you are willing to put in the work and stay focused. The next 6 months will pass by whether you're ready or not. But why not make them count? Why not make them the most transformative months of your life? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. Let's take these next 6 months seriously and make every single day count. It's time to transform. It's time to step up and create the life you've always dreamed of. Let's do this together. Let's make it happen.